The egg has 14 pieces, and I'm using two colors here. The darker color has slots on the outside edges of the pieces, and the lighter color has slots on the inside edges of the pieces. These pieces will slide inside of these other pieces. Pre-cut paper ones are solid on the inside so that you can put some imagery in there if you want to make a tunnel book. But we're not going to do that, so we're just going to take those out. It's pretty hard to put the model together if you leave those solid in the middle. So I'm going to take the two largest pieces and I'm going to slide those together. So first I put it together on the bottom here, and now I'm just letting this flex a little bit as I slide it in. So I've got the two middle slots of each piece engaged. Now I'm going to continue with these pieces that have the slots on the outside. This one's a little bit smaller, so I'm putting it in front, and I'm doing the same thing of sliding it through. I'm just letting it slide down enough to get it into the slot. I'm not pulling the piece down. Once you get it creased, if you pull it down and it gets a crinkle in it, then it's always going to fall down and it'll drive you nuts. So this small piece, first I'm putting it into the slot that I just used for the other one, and now I'm going to rock it forward so that it gives into the slot where it belongs. Now I'm just doing the same thing on the other side here, pushing these through gently. And here's my last piece. Again, the small one, I'm putting it in the slot behind and rocking it forward. Now this is one of the pieces that requires some patience. This is the first of the rings that I'm going to add on here. And I need to take all these slots on the bottom and get all of these pieces into those slots. So I've got 5 pieces, 5 slots. Once I get it started a little bit, I will hold it so that I can put a little tension on here so that when they do go in, they'll stay put. So now I'm just lining them up one by one. I got lucky. This went in pretty easily. So now I need to engage the slots on the top. You see, this piece has got to wind up in all of those slots. So to do that, I first start with a small one, and I bring it back one slot, pull it through, and now rock it forward to go in the slot where it belongs. The next one, I'm just pulling it to get it into its slot. And here, notice I'm pulling out, not down. I'm letting the shape of the piece pull it down to get into the slot. So that's very important. Now the small one, I use the slot from the other piece and then rock it forward. I'm going to do the same on the other side, but I need to be careful. Here I have 2 slots on these pieces, both going up. On the other side, I have one going up and one going down. So I need to have the third one here going up. So when I take this piece, I must be sure to turn it over so that these slots are all going up. And now I'm just going to do the same thing that I did on the other side, lining up the ones on the bottom. This is a lot easier because now you have everything pretty much stabilized. So again, I'm putting a little tension on this piece so when I do get them in the slots, they'll stay there. And there. So now to pull these through, these are all engaged on the bottom. To pull them through on the top, I take the small one, I go to the slot behind where it belongs, pull it through, and now rock it forward. The next one, I'm just going to pull the piece out and let the shape pull it down. Now I've got the one in the middle, another one here, and the other small one. The next piece that needs to go in is this one, and notice I have 2 long slots here, and I have a long slot over here and another long slot over here. So this, I'm going to start these 2 slots together on one side, let this piece go across, and now we're put together the slots on the other side. So these slots are kind of holding it down, and as I pull it up, I want to straighten out the pieces And again, I'm putting a little tension on here so that when I do get these in place on the bottom, they'll stay there. There they go. And now just to pull these through on the top, again, I'm just pulling out and letting the paper do the flexing for me. I'm not pulling down because I don't want to crumple any of the pieces. And I'm now going to do the same thing on the other side with those outer slots going together like this. And now straighten out all the mess like so and pull these things through. 1, 2, and 3. Now all I have left are the doors. Even though I'm working with 2 colors, I have 3 pieces here that are the same and 1 piece that has slots going down. This one is going to go on the 3 slots that had to go up. So let's work with the other ones. I'm going to take the middle slot of this and slide it down on the slot of the largest piece, like so. It's sort of in front of the other 2 pieces. So now to engage those rather long slots, I'm going to simply pull them apart and let this piece sort of rotate around so I can get that tip under there, and now bring it back. And then I like to do the same thing on the other side, like that. So I'm just going to work my way around. Here's the next one. Again, rock it over, let that tip go under there. And same on the other side. Here's number 3. And now, if I had put imagery in the centers parts of those pieces that went inside these other ones, so the darker pieces, I would now have some imagery inside here. But we don't have any, we'll just let that plain. And there's the door that can come off so that you can see what's inside.